Hello, this is Sophie Lawson from sophielawson.com, and this is another clicklet video where I look at various art books and magazines. And today we are looking at this beautiful little book called Framed Ink, Drawing and Composition for Visual Storytellers by the artist Marcos Mateu-Mestre, something like that. I think he's a French, is he French? Yeah, I think he might be, no, he's Spanish, little Spanish artist. And well, this book is amazing. I think you're going to love this one, so let's get into it. Pop! Little Peter the Penguin's with us for this one, and he's going to help us get into it. I love the cover on that, nice and simple. This is what's really good about this book, because I've actually been through it before. This isn't a first time click look. What I love about this book is how it's pure ink. It's all about the inks, so it's very high contrast and stuff, a bit like Little Peter the Penguin, look, blacks and whites. So he's going to let us in on this one. Boing! Framed ink. Look how impactful it is when it's just black and white. I think there's a lot to be learnt from that. This is brilliant. This is 2010 it was made. And I will say the paper is very thick. It's the slippery paper. I prefer paper when it's like matte paper, but this is a slippery one, but it's very high quality. So we've got Chapter 1, General Thoughts on Narrative. Chapter 2, Drawing and Composition and Composing a Single Image. Chapter 3, Composing Shots with a Purpose. Chapter 4, Composing from Continuity. Chapter 5, the graphic novel, and then we've got the last thoughts as well. Last thoughts before he pops it. So this is a little foreword by Jeffrey Katzenberg. Jeffrey Katzenberg. Lots of space as well, isn't there, between everything. Everything's set out very nicely. So this is the introduction by the Marcos Mateu. And look at that, look. It's amazing, isn't it? It's nothing but blacks and it's brilliant. It's the little squiggles of white that there's a skill in that. It's amazing. Chapter 1, General Thoughts on Narrative Art. So we've got some little things here, look. The general tone of the story / consistency. Not telling the audience things, but rather making them feel things. I love that. Drawing and composing a single image. The basics. It's going through the atmosphere. Lighting. Drawing in, what's this? Look? Chiaroscuro, or the line that never existed anyway. I like that. It's quite yeah, it's cool. This is why I went through it. What happened was, I think it was Inktober, I went through it because I wanted to sort of copy these things. What happened was, it was Inktober, and I wanted to get some inspiration. Love this. There's loads of this sort of thing in here. Just pages of cool little faces like that. I think it's brilliant. There's some sexy stuff in this book. Really amazing. Working the flat surface. Look, working out all the composition things. It's brilliant. Look, it's going for each thing as well. Perspective. Screen direction. Like I said, this book's set out very easy to follow, it is. Because what it is there's loads of... I love her. I've sketched her before. Yeah, look. This is the same thing, but from different angles with the lens. It's cool, isn't it? It's brilliant. Showing the power of the camera. Composing shots with a purpose. Chapter number 3. Yeah, look at that, look. It's cool, isn't it? Brilliant. And all it is that. It's just a little square. That's brilliant. That really shows the power of the thumbnails. like what they talk about on SVS Learn and stuff. How cool is this, look? It's the exact same characters, just changing the lighting and the visual message with a still composition. Brilliant this is. It's just amazing this is. The way it's set out, what this guy has done is, he's got so much knowledge, but he's composed it, what's it called? What's that word? Where you sort of squish loads of information and get it into perfection, like, what is that called? What is that called? I bet a word comes to me in a minute. But he's basically got loads of information and condensed it, that's it. Condensed it into tiny little things. Love that. It's going through all the... It's brilliant. Yeah, I love it. It's so cool. See, I like these little images you get here. Basically showing where the point of focus is and stuff. That little blokey there, look. It's got a high contrast and it's going through all of it. What I love about this book is you can learn loads, but you can also just copy the images. Because what I was doing for Inktober, for instance, was I would like take that lady on her own and I'd just draw that. But then the next day, for instance, you could say take him and just draw him. So even each image, you could sort of take apart each image and draw it differently, like. It's amazing artwork as well. Got this book from Wordy. I like Wordy. Get little bookmarks as well. He's going through the story now. Composing for continuity. Yeah, that's quite cool, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. You gotta be basically, each time you do something, you gotta think about where it's been. That's quite interesting. So yeah, what you start realising is, it is almost like you are sort of a filmmaker. Yeah, because little things like that, people will notice. You might think they won't, but they will. And then what that'll do is it'll break the illusion. If all of a sudden these people are in a different position from a different angle, if you get it wrong, people will notice. So it's like you've got to really be paying attention to the little details. You don't want to break the illusion, I suppose. Cool. I like that guy. I love the way he draws females. There's something very rough and sort of gritty. I think that's what I would say, gritty. I like it. Like, look at this lady here. There's just something about that. I think it's really... It just makes me want to draw it. That's really cool. Because they're not curvy. They're sort of they're quite angular. But they've got the sexy curves in them as well. I like that. Yeah, look, like here, look. It's sort of angular, but it's still, you can still feel the curviness. Very nice. The line. Staying on the same side of the line. See, I've not looked into this bit. The graphic novel, chapter 5. Look how sexy that is, look. Part 1, characters. Yeah, this was the bit with the faces, I like this. Showing, look, the basic shapes here. So interesting this is. I sketched these as well. This was fun. Again, I like the way, I like the simpleness. Oh, that I sketched that one as well. That was really fun. Look at her fingers, look. Pointy fingers. That to me is just like one of the. I love that. Yeah, look, same character in different outfits. It's quite cool. Nice. That's a nice one as well. Look at that, like, little leggies. There's nice weight in these characters. You can really feel the weight. Part 2, the panel and the page. It's just what an amazing artist this one is. Marcos Mateu-Mestre. Like going through the panels, the order of things. This reminds me of Jonathan Rector. When he was talking about this. Cool, isn't it? That's so cool. I love it. There's something about this I love. I really can't explain it. I like the way they've done that, look. They broke the one scene up into... Yeah, that's brilliant, that is. That's a genius, that. Isn't that brilliant, how you sort of feel him moving through the scene, but it's only one image. That's quite cool, that. Little glasses, look. Brilliant. Last thoughts, look. Although it might sound a bit melodramatic, any form of art is an investigative approach to what life is or means to us, to what we see and how we see it. Love that. And then we finish with some full page imagery. And then there's a little website, look, if you want to go and find him. Marcos Mateu-Mestre. And that's it. Got a little thingy-majigs, if you wanted that. Also from Marcos Mateu-Mestre. And then you've got other... Oh, animals, real and imagined. That was in the... I saw that in Imagine FX magazine. Don't mind looking into that one. And that is it. And there he is, look. Little happy chappy. He worked on Surf's Up. Oh, Asterix. Cool. I used to watch that. Well, I didn't. I read the magazine. We used to get, in the library at school, we used to get the Asterix comics, was it? I feel like it was actually books that looked like comics or something. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I think it's brilliant. This is one of my favourite books to just open up and sort of try to sort of sketch something when I'm working with inks. It's a great book, I think, for practicing your inking. If you're not, if you want to practice your inking skills, I feel like this one's brilliant for that. Trying to replicate this, because the thing is, right, what I noticed was, like, I look at that and I think, I don't know whether I should say this, but I think I can do that. And then when I try to do it, I can't do it. So this is what I love. He's made that look simple, but it isn't. But it is. But it isn't. So I love that. I feel like people who can do that are brilliant. People who make something look like it's going to be easy. And the thing is, it is easy, but it isn't. I know that doesn't seem to make sense, but I like it. I love that though. I think it's brilliant. I love that she's on a white page as well. Pops. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you later for another one.